'Twas a cold winter's night, and without any heat, I wore Bombas socks so they'd warm up my feet. Yay, my feet cried, these socks are the best. So cushy and warm, I can finally rest. But don't rest, I said, there's more, if you please. Bombas also makes underwear, slippers, and tees. And for each thing you purchase, they donate one new to someone who needs it, so they're cozy too. Everybody deserves to feel good all the time, so gift Bombas this season. That's the end of this rhyme. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase.
Make this holiday season one to remember with Goldbelly, your one-stop shop for America's most iconic foods shipped nationwide. From the original turducken to the viral pie Kagan with decadent layers of Kagan pie, Goldbelly has everything to wow your guests with the click of a button. And with Black Friday around the corner, it's the perfect time to pre-order unique gifts that ship right to their door. Use promo code GIFT for 20% off your first order on goldbelly.com. The holidays have never been easier.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.
What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Thirsty Thursday, also a Turkey Day Thursday, November 28th, 2025. Hope you are getting fired up for some turkey, hanging out with family or friends, I hope. Yeah, cook up something good. Have a piece of pumpkin pie for me, and maybe a couple cocktails. Yeah, a little old-fashioned, maybe a smoky old-fashioned. Be careful, don't burn down the house. And if you're deep frying a turkey, fingers crossed, and have the phone nearby. Anyway, just think about being thankful. I'm thankful for my family and friends and my sweet Canadian princess. She knows who she is. All of you mean the world to me. So let's not get all mushy and shit. November 27, 2025, in case I didn't mention that. But let's get into it here. These are your best bets. We've got a lot to talk about. The Egg Bowl, good old-fashioned hate, the Iron Bowl, Oregon, Washington, I don't know what that's called. LSU, Oklahoma, should be like some kind of rivalry game. Vandy, Tennessee, an in-state battle. They should battle over like a bottle of Jim Beam or something. Anyway, so let's get to cooking. Game number one, Ole Miss at Mississippi State. This is a Friday game, so your Black Friday sounds racist, but it's not. It's just a day when people go berserk at the stores. Ole Miss favored by 7.5, over-under of 62.5. This is a nooner on ABC. So this is one of your good old classic good offense versus bad defense mismatch kind of things. Ole Miss offense, number 3 in the country in total offense. You got Trinidad Chambliss completing 65% of his passes. And then Kejuan Lacey, the running back, is a monster. Over 1,100 yards, 19 touchdowns. He had 224 last week on the ground. Now, put them up against the Mississippi State defense. 121st versus the run. They're allowing almost 190 on the ground per game. Yikes. And their scoring defense is 95th in the country. So, nightmare matchup for the Mississippi State. What are they, dogs? Bulldogs? Whatever. Who cares? Nobody cares. You haven't been relevant in 50 years. So, the offense for Mississippi State, they're just inconsistent. Their quarterback turns it over. He has 8 picks. The Ole Miss defense is a top 30 across the board. So, MSU is 5-6, so they really need a win for bowl eligibility. You need that 6th win to get into a bowl. But desperation rarely beats talent. So I think I'm taking Ole Miss here, minus 7.5. It's going to get ugly. Definitely lay the points. You got a top 10 team here with Ole Miss trying to make it into the playoffs. So they need this win, and I think Lane Kiffin will get it. So take Ole Miss and the points. Game number 2, Georgia versus Georgia Tech. An in-state rivalry here. Georgia favored by 14.5, over under 59.5. This is also a Friday game at 3:30 on ABC. So, yeah, we're going SEC all day on ABC. This is kind of another mismatch for G-Tech. Georgia's defense, number 5 against the run, number 15 overall. Elite red zone defense. Georgia Tech offense. They're top 5 in total offense. Haynes King is their quarterback and their running back one. But their turnovers are the issue. They're -7 on the season in turnover margin. So this is a good offense running into a brick wall. Now the Georgia offense, balanced. Stockton is efficient. He's not flashy. Doesn't make huge plays, but he makes enough. Stop me if you've heard this before from a Georgia quarterback, right? Jake from State Farm. Frazier can grind down weaker fronts, and Georgia Tech has one of the worst pass defenses in the country, 105th. So I'm taking Georgia and laying the points, 14.5 right now. I feel very confident, like 7 out of 10 on this one. Tech's defense is a liability. They're giving up 409 per game total offense. So Georgia historically wins this rivalry every time, even when Georgia Tech is good. So take Georgia. Game 3, Texas A&M at Texas, a Lone Star State battle. A&M favored by 2.5. Total 51.5. This is a Friday night game. As I said, wall to wall to wall. SEC all day long. 7:30 p.m. on ABC. This line is kind of crazy when you think about it. When you first look at it, A&M's 11-0. Texas is 8-3. Texas is also 2-8 against the spread. But Texas A&M has some issues under the hood here. Number 130, that's out of about 136 teams. Number 130 in red zone defense. -5 turnover margin. That's not good. So they don't take the ball away. They're also a penalty machine. Bottom 10 in the country. Now, Texas, they're +10 on the turnover margin. So the exact opposite. They're number 10 in the country. A good run defense. They have some pass rushers that can get after the quarterback. And Arch is starting to heat up. He had 389 yards last week. So the matchup edge here is the Texas wide receivers versus the A&M corners. This is a huge mismatch in favor of Texas. Got Ryan Wingo and Arch Manning. They can possibly expose Texas A&M vertically. Wingo's got that track speed. So the other thing, A&M hasn't beaten anybody. Their schedule has been Charmin soft. So I'm taking Texas. Give me the points, 2.5. If you want to go nuts, go money line. You probably get some good numbers there, some good value. So I think Texas wins this at home. Remember, this is at Austin. So I'm feeling good about that one. Next up, Oregon at Washington. A little border skirmish here up in the great Northwest. Oregon favored by 6.5, over under 51.5. This is a Saturday, 3:30 on CBS. So this is one of those don't overthink it kind of matchups, right? Oregon is elite across the board. Number 12 offense, number 3 defense, number 3 pass defense, number 8 scoring defense. Washington, strong offense, good defense but not elite. Biggest weakness is they can't stop explosive runs. There's a potty joke in there somewhere, but I'm going to leave it alone for now. It's Thanksgiving, for Christ's sake. Clean it up. Oregon's rushing attack, Whittington, Davison, and then their blocking up front is a nightmare for UW's front. So I'm going, let's see, Oregon's got, top 10 third down offense. So they're converting on third. UW's is average third down defense. Oregon is +6 in the turnover margin. And then Washington's coming off a beatdown of UCLA. So this could be a letdown spot for the Huskies. I'm taking Oregon. Give me the touchdown, -6.5. They're better, deeper, more balanced across the board. So take the Ducks. Next up, LSU. Excuse me, LSU at Oklahoma. I got to drink some vodka. Hold on. That's what we're talking about. Oklahoma favored by 10.5. LSU, sans head coach. The total over-under is 36.5, so low-scoring affair. Saturday, 3:30 on ABC, the SEC network. They should just call it that. ABC, SEC. So expect this to be a rock fight. There's not going to be a lot of big plays, not a lot of touchdowns. We've seen Oklahoma the last couple of weeks. I've watched them anyways. LSU is bad on offense, 103rd total offense, 124th running the ball. They can't score, 106 scoring offense. The Nuss sucks. Been saying it since the summer of this year. The Nuss, I'm out on the Nuss, been out. Hate the Nuss. He's inconsistent, gets zero help from his O-line, which is part of the problem. But he's been benched recently. And the Oklahoma defense is nasty as shit. We know this. We've seen this. Number 3 rushing defense. Number 11 total defense. Number 6 scoring defense. This is a mismatch down in the trenches, and LSU is going to be in a world of hurt. So LSU will not move the ball at all. Oklahoma can score enough. Can they score enough to cover the 10.5? I don't know. Probably, but it's tight. If you want to look at the money line there on Oklahoma, maybe you get some decent value. I don't know. But I'm going under the 36.5. And I feel very good about that. 9 out of 10 confidence. Next up, Vandy at Tennessee, the Jim Beam Bowl. I just made that up. Tennessee favored by 2.5. Over under 65.5. This is Saturday at 3:30 as well. We got a lot of games at 3:30, some good ones. Shit. So anyway, this is going to be fireworks. So this is the exact opposite of the Oklahoma LSU game. Tennessee putting up 491 yards per game. That's 4th. They're also 4th in passing yards per game and 4th in points per game. The Vandy offense, number 19 in yards per game, number 9 in points per game. We all know about Diego Pavia. He's playing like a maniac. He thinks he deserves a Heisman for some reason. I don't buy that, but it's a bit of a stretch, buddy. Remember who you play for. Both defenses suck, especially against the pass. Tennessee is 111th. Vandy's 113th in the country. So this is basically your backyard 7-on-7 matchup. They're going to be whipping it around the yard. So take the over for sure, the 65.5. This has like a final score of 42-38 written all over it. I'm just taking the over there and not taking the spread. Next up, Alabama at Auburn, the Iron Bowl. Bama minus 6.5, over under 46.5. This is a Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. on ABC. So here's the thing. Auburn is under 500. They have kind of found some offense. Deuce Knight gives them some juice, but this is a massive step up going against Bama. And Bama's defense is legit. Number 9 total defense, number 5 pass defense, number 10 scoring defense, number 7 red zone defense. So another monster from the defensive point of view. Auburn cannot throw well enough to loosen up this front. And then Ty Simpson, he's not going to make many mistakes. So, and Auburn's pass defense is 98th. Bama does not run the ball well, so this plays right into their game plan probably to throw the ball around. So Bama has the matchup on all fronts, everywhere. So I'm taking Bama minus 6.5, a great number for a much better team. Give me Bama in that touchdown, no doubt. I'm feeling very good about that one. Okay, and to our final game, the most important game of the weekend. The Ohio State University, number 1 team in the country, going to Ann Arbor. Meat chicken. Buckeyes favored by 10 is what I have right now. Over under 43.5, so not a high-scoring affair. I don't care what the weather is going to be like. You can put more snow on the field if you want. We'll be fine. Some key stats. The Buckeye offense putting up 440 yards per game, 38 points per game. Julian Sand's been a monster, just under 80% completion percentage on the season. And the defense, the Buckeye defense is number 1 in college football, allowing just 207 yards per game, 7.6 points per game. Number 1 red zone defense, 2nd in rushing. all the favorability goes to the Buckeyes in this matchup. Now, the Cheaters are top 10 nationally in rushing yards per game. They're putting up 224. Their defense, decent. They're allowing 303 yards per game, 94 yards on the ground. So not as good as they've been in recent years, but still good. Their red zone offense sucks, though. That's a big problem going up against our defense because we don't let people in the end zone, right? So some of the storylines on offense for the Buckeyes, will Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith both return? Will one of them return? I'm leaning yes on Jeremiah and 50-50, a coin flip on Carnell, but they're a little banged up. But especially if it's Jeremiah Smith's birthday Saturday also, should be noted. Yeah, he'll be 20 years old. Anyway, so if these guys are active, both of them, it's a massive advantage for the Buckeyes against a Michigan secondary that can get got. And then Bo Jackson. He's topped 100 yards for the last 3 out of 4 games. I know they say the rushing battle always determines winner. I don't believe that for a second. It's a coincidence. It's a stat you can grab when you're looking for something to connect the winner to. But on defense, the Buckeyes, can they stop the Michigan run game? I say yes. The Buckeyes have allowed 2.7 yards per carry, under 100 yards rushing in all but one game this year. Michigan's ground attack is good, but everybody's banged up. Jordan Marshall injured with the shoulder. How many hits can he take on that shoulder? Justice Haynes out. They got a former walk-on backing up Jordan Marshall. Bring him on. Yeah, he looked good against Maryland. Do I need to say it again? He looked good against Maryland. And then Max Bredesen, I think that's his name, Bredesen, whatever. He's their blocking back and kind of a flex tight end that goes in a lot of running plays. He's doubtful. So, do we need to worry about Michigan's passing attack? No. Yeah, Andrew Marsh looks good, but how inconsistent can Bryce Underwood be? And you're going against a couple of the best corners in the country with IGB, Jermaine Matthews. We'll see if Lorenzo Styles Jr. plays, hopefully, at the slot. But we have a system that we're going to work in if Styles is out. So go ahead, test us deep. I guarantee you, all you're hoping for, all you're praying for is a PI. I guarantee you're not going to get enough PIs to march the ball down the field. Big Ten refs will try and give you that. Yes, we've seen that, but it's not going to be enough. So I'm going take the Buckeyes and the 10. Our score predictions from Monday night's show. I have 27-6. Jeff has 27-16. And Sean has 28-20. So do with that information what you will. So those are your best bets for this week. Huge rivalry week. Why is that so hard to say? And, of course, have a great turkey day or whatever you're cooking with the fam and friends, whoever you're with. Enjoy, and maybe have a sip of bourbon at the end of the day and get ready for some football Friday and Saturday. So, yeah, college football Friday and Saturday. Love it. Anyway, thank you to all my friends and family and to my sweet Canadian princess. I love you all. And to everybody else, all the fans and listeners, thank you. I would not have this show without you. You guys are the reason I do this. So that's all I got for you today. Talk to you tomorrow. Go Bucks.
Marketing is hard. But I'll tell you a little secret. It doesn't have to be. Let me point something out. You're listening to a podcast right now, and it's great. You love the host. You seek it out and download it. You listen to it while driving, working out, cooking, even going to the bathroom. Podcasts are a pretty close companion. And this is a podcast ad. Did I get your attention? You can reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Libsyn Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a pre-produced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience in their favorite podcasts with Libsyn Ads. Go to libsynads.com, that's Libsyn, ads.com today.